We've got a lot to talk about today. So first things first, let's jump into sudden substitution. This is our segment where we take some expensive commander cards and we give you some budget alternatives for them. So this week, I want to talk about, this is a relevant card with the reprint, the Stoneforge, and now the Masterpiece version of this, but Sword of Feast and Famine.
We
very
picked the
powerful
card after it was reprinted because we know that it'll still be very expensive.
Yeah, it's Sword of Feast and Famine is going to be pricey for sure. Now, we've looked at this.
I saw on the internet that the set isn't worth buying, so the price probably isn't going to go down because no one will have bought it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an expensive card. So we have three options for you that can accomplish at least some of what the Sword of Feast and Famine does. Obviously, it's an equipment. It's a very unique card, but there are some other options that give you some of the effects that Sword of Feast and Famine is typically played for. So, Jason, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Well, this gives you +2/+2 and untap all lands you control, which is not pro black and they discard a card, but it is, for
it's pretty good.
For $8, it's pretty close. So my
what
card
is
Bear Umbra.
Bear Umbra.
A Bear Umbra has totem armor, so if they destroy the creature, the Bear Umbra falls off, and the creature stays alive, which is useful. Sword can't do that. Bear Umbra is used in a lot of Voltron decks, but it's also just a card you can just throw on the Hellkite Charger and just kill them.
Yeah. Because
you untap all your lands and get another combat phase, etc. It's you don't even have to connect. It's just when the creature attacks. So there's a lot to like with Bear Umbra. So it was in the Estra deck. Yeah, the Commander 2018 Bant Chantress Estra deck. So it got a little cheaper, and we said, hey, that's a card to watch because it's flirted with $10 before. So, if those get real cheap, buy a bunch. And I hope you did. Because it's approaching $10 on some sites, and it's like the cheapest I've seen it is around $8. So it's not exactly a budget card per se, but it is much cheaper than a Sword of Feast and Famine, and it does a really good impression of it.
That's right. Next card I'm going to talk about does obviously something similar. And this one is a little more pricey, but we know that, not everyone watching this has the same budget. So if you are interested, Nature's Will is a very powerful card that clocks in a little less than the Sword of Feast and Famine. Now, not a lot. Nature's Will is pretty pricey. It's $15 to $20, but it's very good. It's a enchantment from Kamigawa, and it's 4 mana. Whenever one or more creatures you control do combat damage to a player, tap all lands they control and untap all lands you control. You're getting something for putting this card into your deck, right? That is incredibly powerful. Now, the creature does have to connect. It's a little different than the others, but I'll tell you, tapping all lands
has to connect. Like,
right?
Throw 4 things at them, and then if one token
dies,
gets through, you get 65 mana.
Yeah, and you tap all of theirs, which is insane. So, big fan of that one. All right, DJ.
So I have another 4 mana green enchantment, Wilderness Reclamation. This is a card that is a little powerful. As
banned everywhere.
Wizards may have realized this recently. But Wilderness Reclamation, 4 mana at the beginning of your end step, untap all lands you control. I play a Sword of Feast and Famine in a Skullbriar deck, just really wanting to aggressively get in there, keep up tempo, and then still have mana to play tricks, removal, pump spells, fight spells, all that stuff. And Wilderness Reclamation does the same thing. It's obviously mana efficient in the turn you play it, and then it'll just continue to generate value for you and let you leave up mana for counter spells, cyclonic rifts, all that crazy good stuff. And it's $1, so I mean, it's just in terms of power to money ratio, it is pretty high up there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody. Well, if you enjoyed this segment, please check out the rest of our YouTube channel here for Brainstorm Brewery. We've got a lot of different content, including podcasts that comes out every Friday. So thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you next time.